Hey guys, I'm Chef Matt Hayes here at Rand Dining Hall, Vanderbilt University, and I'm gonna show you how to cook your turkey you got from the turkey toss. So two to 3 days before roasting, before you get ready to cook your turkey, obviously most turkeys are frozen, so you're gonna have to pull that out and let that set for 2 or 3 days to completely thaw out. And then you're gonna work your brine. So for the brine, we have a 14 to 16 pound turkey. So you're gonna wanna get 1 gallon of vegetable broth, packaged. I would go non-sodium is my preference, organic always, but up to you guys on what you wanna do. 1 cup of kosher salt, a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of allspice berries, 1.5 teaspoon of chopped candied ginger. If you can't find candied ginger, you can always peel some fresh ginger and just chop it up, rough chop it up and put it in there as well. And you want 1 gallon of heavily iced water. And first of all, so we have a thawed turkey here. What I like to do is on these turkeys, if they don't come like this already, a lot of them do, is there's a little flap on here on the back, and you can just take those wings, cross them up, and tuck it in there so it holds that nice and tight, and that's how you get your juicy turkey in the center. I take these wings and tuck underneath here, and what this does is compacts it up so that everything gets a nice even brine. And then we're gonna set her right in here. We're gonna go in with our vegetable stock. So I'm just gonna go in with some of the aromatics. Have our black peppercorn. We have our allspice berries, sage, and the salt for if you don't have a saline injected turkey or you're using remember the low sodium vegetable base, rosemary, and the ginger. So we want to roll them to release the juice, and it's a lot easier to juice the lemons when you roll them. So you're going to want to give all that a nice little stir, get everything well incorporated. And so the reasoning behind the brining and the science behind that is it basically tenderizes and moistens the turkey so that when you bake it, poultry in general, when you bake it for long periods of time, tends to dry out. So this ensures that all the meat's tenderized and the turkey's extra juicy. So the brine is super important. Okay guys, so we brined our turkey for 2 days, and now we're gonna move to the next step of getting it ready to roast. So on this again guys, whenever we're getting ready to cook, we want to ensure that we don't have any of the whole peppercorns or whole allspice berries in, because those will burn and that gets a little bitter. You can even go as far as to rinse this off in your sink if you want to, just to make sure all of that stuff is out. So you're going to want to make sure that those legs are tucked, those wings are tucked in nice. Right underneath these back legs, tuck your wings in there really nice. And so what we're gonna do here is kind of create just a little bed with mirepoix, which is celery, onions, and carrot. Doesn't have to be anything fancy here. And I like to so I just chop the onion in half and then lay it down so you have a flat surface to work with. Just a couple rough chops right there. This is gonna go right in here. And then essentially what we're gonna do is once we roast this and put this in the oven, we'll add a little bit of our brine to the bottom of this pan, just to ensure a little bit of moisture. Not too much. And then what we'll do when this is finished cooking and roasting, we'll take all of this out of the bottom, all the mirepoix out of the bottom of the pan. We puree that in a RoboCoupe or a food processor if you have that at home, and that's a great start base to your gravy. Secret trick. What we're gonna do is stuff a little bit, I like to stuff a little bit of sweetness inside the turkey. So any kind of apples, you can do oranges, red or green, doesn't matter. Also makes for a great addition to your gravy. I'm also gonna stuff the turkey with a little bit of aromatics that we had left over from the brine. A lot of people like to do traditional stuffing in a turkey. I don't really find it too necessary. Just make the dressing on the side, you know. So we're just gonna kind of rough chop up these apples. Okay, and then we're actually gonna put these apples on the inside of the turkey, along with just a little bit of the onion that you had from the mirepoix. We'll stuff those in there. And then we'll stuff some of the herbs in there. And there you go, that's ready to roast in the oven. So we have our turkey all brined, we have our mirepoix all in the pan, everything's in the pan, the aromatics is stuffed, so now we're gonna roast our turkey. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is take all of the racks but one out of your oven, and you're gonna wanna move that rack to the very bottom on the lowest point of your oven and preheat your oven to 500 degrees. Once your oven's preheated to 500 degrees, uncovered, you're gonna wanna put the turkey in for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right guys, so it's been about maybe 3.5 to 4 hours since we started our turkey. So we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna see where we're at. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you coming along our journey of cooking the turkey, and I hope you guys have a wonderful winter break.